Hello there, it's the one and only Dewmonic Abyss here to bring you scrubs some quality content. Now, I have a very personal question to ask you guys. I understand if you feel a little uncomfortable answering this at first, but I need you to be 100% honest with me. Have you ever enjoyed something so much that you obsess over it every second of every day? Have you ever enjoyed something so much that your nipples electrocute with that tingly sensation every time you see it? I know what you're thinking. Dewmonic, YouTube has such toxic comment sections. Why would I post something so cancerous about myself for all the Clorox Bleeds accounts to roast me, you dick? And to that I say, what? Are you crazy? It's perfectly normal to have weird obsessions. Have you heard of this god among men who gets absolutely turned on by Pac-Man? You haven't? Well, we gotta check out that shit right now. Roll it.
Meet Tim Christ, a man obsessed with Pac-Man.
After all this time, he's still there, he's still yellow, he's still perfectly round, he's still eating things. I feel as if his glowing light is always protecting me and guiding me and making all my enemies blue and edible.
What the fuck even is this man? He feels the light of Pac-Man inside him, making all his enemies blue and edible. And you know, I can kind of believe that, that his enemies, this guy views them as edible. Because look at the fucking size of him, alright? He's definitely eaten a man or two in his lifetime.
Behold, I am Pac-Man! Pac-Man just gives me this feeling of giddiness, like there's all these tingles running up and down my nipples, and it's just this wonderful thing, like, hey look, it's Pac-Man!
See guys, you thought I was crazy. You thought I was crazy. But I told you, if this guy can feel a sense of giddiness and this tingly feeling running through his nipples, then obviously you can too, alright? This man is the epitome of normal. He's the very caricature of a normal human being, alright? He greatly reflects the vast majority of society. He's just publicly saying things that we've just been holding in our entire lives, alright? He's saying things that everyone else is afraid to. You're all afraid to admit your undying love for Pac-Man due to the cancerous YouTube comment sections. Alright, this man is very inspiring. He's a legend, and we could all learn a thing or two from him.
For the past 20 years, Tim's life has been consumed by Pac-Man.
If you've never played Pac-Man before, it's a little something like this. Look what you've done.
What? Okay, can I just say, he is a master at mimicking the Pac-Man sound effects, alright? You gotta give the man credit, alright? This is a certain skill that not many can master.
It's like he has a bond with Pac-Man. He has this psychic connection with Pac-Man.
Pac-Man! I get kind of an oddball little Pac-Man feeling when I get the impression that he may be nearby. And there he'll be, his golden yellow light just... Hi, Pac-Man!
Part of me has to wonder if this is staged, because if this is real, I feel so bad for the employees that work here in this arcade, alright? Just going about their business, and then one day, this fucking giant man comes charging into the arcade and lunges at their Pac-Man arcade machine and starts violently bear hugging it, alright? If I was an employee there, I'd honestly just quit my job the next day. I would have just experienced way too much in life, and I would just be ready for retirement at that point in time. It'd be like me just running into some, store, alright, and then charging at the vending machine that sells Mountain Dew, and just, tackling it, alright, and then violently bear hugging the Mountain Dew machine, which might be something I'd actually debate doing. Right, maybe I'll even do that as a little social experiment. Just a social experiment, bro. If I get kicked out of the place, that's what I'll say, as the security guard grabbed me by the back of my shirt and violently kicks me out. I say it's a pretty foolproof plan. Maybe I'll even get my own show on Totally Obsessed. I like it. I'm a genius sometimes.
will be there, and he'll be reaching in his pockets. Instead of for a condom, he'll be reaching for tokens.
Quarter. Hello.
How are you?
Might I perhaps ask you for some quarters that I may offer them to the Great Yellow One?
Certainly.
The Great Yellow One? You mean rice gum? Okay, I take that back. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me, advertisers. I really need Ty Lopez's Lamborghini ads to keep this channel up and running. But seriously, this guy, alright? Like I said before, I feel so bad for the employees that work in this arcade. Just the fucking fat cannibal man walks up to these guys and is like, "Yo, can you give me some tokens so I can feed the Great Yellow One?" It's like he's fucking talking about his penis or some shit, alright? That sounds like an innuendo. And like the employees, I can just sense the awkward. I can just sense them dying inside. They're laughing on the outside, but they're secretly dying on the inside. Laughter hides the pain. Laughter helps you cope with the pain. You really have to give these employees credit. So, shout out to these guys who work in the arcade. They are true heroes of society.
Keep the Great Yellow One from going through my wall again, right?
Sorry about that.
He's really hard on the buttons. I feel bad for the machine. You know?
Thank God I'm not a Pac-Man machine.
Right.
No, don't. Okay.
I shall destroy you with my Pac-Man now, okay?
Tim has spent $10,000 in quarters alone, playing every day on his lunch break.
$10,000? $10,000 on Pac-Man? There is no fucking way, alright? I've never seen $10,000 in my life. That's more money than I could ever hope to have on me. $10,000 on Pac-Man alone. That's in quarters. That's fucking insane. You know how much Mountain Dew I could get, like, with $10,000? Dude, I would have, like, so much fucking diabetes. Or, I probably wouldn't. I have, like, the best fucking metabolism. Or however diabetes is prevented. I don't know what it is. I just have a very lucky body. And I'm very proud of myself. And I haven't had Mountain Dew in a while, though, because I don't make the money for it. I don't. It's sad. It's hard. It's a hard life. Why am I talking about Mountain Dew now? I got off on a little bit of a tangent. But $10,000, really? $10,000, for fuck's sake. I want $10,000.
Yeah, he's possessed.
Yeah, he's possessed. Absolutely.
In spite of playing Pac-Man since he was 7 years old, Tim has yet to master the game.
When the holy semicircle of life meets his demise, in the melting way he does, it always brings me a feeling that maybe I could have done something more. Maybe I could have turned left instead of right.
Ah, yes. These are the problems that plague humanity constantly. The feeling that we could have done something more. The feeling that we could have changed our lives for the better. The feeling of regret. Of fucking regret. I don't know why my voice just kind of broke there. But the feeling of regret. The desire to change things for the better. What could we have done more? And this is sown in this guy's obsession for the yellow semicircle of life, or whatever the fuck he called it. You know, you really gotta feel bad for the man. He spent $10,000. He spends $10,000 like per day on Pac-Man.
Pac-Man! No! Clyde tried to bite Pac-Man. Clyde bite Pac-Man! Why Clyde bite Pac-Man?
Pac-Man was made for 20 different game systems, and Tim has every one, enabling him to play in every room in his home.
It's very frustrating trying to play Pac-Man with Tim.
You have to avoid them. The trick is to not run into them when they try to eat you. See, game over. Now you don't get to play anymore, and it's all me. You get to watch me play.
It's just a total exercise in futility for me because I'll be waiting 15 minutes for my turn.
Pac-Man wants us. Just, ha! Pac-Man eat you now! Ha!
Okay, I didn't even realize this before, but this guy, and I know this is a little bit of a low blow for me to be attacking his personal life. So I'm not really doing this, alright? I'm not really doing that. This is like a satire video, so I have no problem with his personal life. But this guy has a fucking wife, alright? This guy, how? If this guy somehow manages to have a wife and keep that wife after displaying this obsessive desire for Pac-Man, that's honestly the most inspirational shit ever, alright? If this guy can get a wife, I can get a girlfriend, alright? It's absolutely fucking insane. How is this even possible, alright? This is like one of the biggest wonders of society. These are the things that we as humans should be asking ourselves. how is this even possible? And you also gotta feel bad for his wife in a sense, who has to put up with this shit. Alright, you know, if I was married to someone like that, I'd at least want to turn a Pac-Man. I'd sew him who's boss. With my mad MLG Pac-Man skills. But no, they're too obsessed with it, and they won't even give me a proper turn. It's fucking outrageous, alright? You really gotta feel bad for, this, lovely little couple.
I'm gonna cry.
Why? No, don't cry. Okay, hold on.
In 2001, Tim put his passion for Pac-Man to music in a song called Pac-Man is Naked and So Should You.
Are you ready for Pac-Man? Here comes that new go!
Ugh, the cringe. Now, I'm not judging his singing skills because, as you've seen from my cover of We Are Number One, I'm not exactly the best singer myself. But goddamn, alright. This is either a true work of art that I'm not cultured enough to understand, or this is some cringy ass shit, and I'm swearing a ton. God damn.
What's wrong with you? Tim, what's wrong with you?
The best way to Pac-Man is to use the game. You move the joystick and you eat the dot.
There should be counselors involved.
There should be counselors involved? That's the understatement of a century. This fucking guy should be locked up in a straitjacket and sent to a mental hospital with padded walls and constant 24-hour surveillance, alright? This is absolutely insane. This guy, he is a menace to society. He is a menace to himself. Pac-Man, this is no joke.
Sometimes you just gotta bring the message to the people. Occasionally I'll be driving around and I'll pass somebody who doesn't look like he has invited the full glory of Pac-Man into his life, and I feel the need to, you know, convey to him somehow that he really should.
Pac-Man! Pac-Man! Pac-Man!
Lest the public forget about Pac-Man, Tim goes out every week to remind them.
Pac-Man!
Dude, what the hell is going on? This guy drives around town, rolling down his windows with a megaphone being like, Pac-Man! Pac-Man! Like, no context whatsoever. He just he just drives down the street, looks around for people who apparently don't have Pac-Man in their lives, and I don't even know how you're supposed to tell that. I mean, I guess if you see a guy coming right out of the gym with a towel around his shoulder with a fucking gym bag, he probably wouldn't have Pac-Man in his life. He'd be the kind of person you'd probably want to scream Pac-Man at, with no context. This man, he really is changing society. In fact, he might even be worse than Hitler. He's trying to breed an even better breed of the master race. A master race that absolutely loves Pac-Man.
Rest until the world shares his enthusiasm for Pac-Man.
I simply profess the glory of the Golden One who is round and eats things.
It is written that you shall play Pac-Man, and only then shall you know the glory of Pac-Man.
It can be extremely embarrassing. When we're driving down the road, people are standing there and they're like, Pac-Man?
Bow before Pac-Man, feel his glory! Hear the glory of Pac-Man! See Pac-Man!
No!
See Pac-Man!
I think these people are going to look back on their lives. They're going to be lying on their deathbed thinking, my God, I have squandered my life. Think of all the times I played things that weren't Pac-Man.
You know, I think he brings up a very valid point. Alright, like, speaking in terms of myself, I'm questioning my own life right now. Not only because I'm watching this video, but I'm partly a gaming channel, and I've never done an episode of Pac-Man. What the fuck is wrong with me? I could, like, die tomorrow, and I would live a full life of regret. I need to fucking pronounce that word right. Because I've never played Pac-Man before. Maybe I'll even play Pac-Man for you guys. Would you like that? Would you like a Let's Play? A thorough, passionate Let's Play of Pac-Man in honor of this guy? I think you would. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me play Pac-Man in the near future.
Say Pac-Man! Say Pac-Man!
And now it's too late.
Pac-Man!
It's adorable. In a very disturbing way, it's adorable.
And that's the end of the video. So, before I end this off, I just want to say, I am so sorry for making you sit through this, alright? I had no clue what we'd be in store with. I had no clue that there were people that existed like this on this earth. People that enjoy Pac-Man so much that every time they see him, every time they see this golden ball that came from the heavens, they get a tingly sensation that makes them all giddy in their nipples. And they spend like $10,000 on Pac-Man each day? Fuck. You know, that really makes me feel a lot better about myself. Whenever I doubt myself, if I'm having self-esteem issues, all you have to do is just watch this video and be like, well, I mean, I'm not this guy. I'm certainly not his wife. Hey, things could be a lot worse. So, it really is. That really did just kind of make my day. And I'm definitely going to be doing a Let's Play of Pac-Man, if you guys want to see that. Because we all need Pac-Man in our lives. And if you know someone that hasn't truly experienced the full greatness of Pac-Man, like I haven't, you need to go down the street and yell Pac-Man right in their face with no context whatsoever. That's what you gotta do. That's how you create the new master race of Pac-Man lovers. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little reaction roast type cringe thing. I know like my channel's kind of based around that, and I haven't done one of these recently, unless you count the one about me responding to Rocky's video on me. But these are really fun to do. I just need to get myself motivated to do them, and I need to find videos to react to. If you have videos you want me to react to, be sure to send them to me, because like I would really appreciate that. That gives me more content ideas every day, and it's really hard to find videos. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you leave a like if you're enlightened about Pac-Man, and subscribe to see more quality-ass content. Thank you for watching, and have a gloriously glorious day. I really fucking hurt my throat saying Pac-Man, not gonna lie.
Maybe I could have decapitated an entire village and put their heads on a pike, got a knife, cut open their spleen and drink their fluids. Does that sound good to you?
No, not really, no.
For your information, there's a lot more to ogres than people think.
Example?
Example? Okay, ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No.
Oh, they make you cry?
No.
Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs?
No. Layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.